If you feel your body tense the moment a space fills with people, if noise and movement blur together until calm feels unreachable, this experience may not be weakness or antisocial instinct, but a quiet psychological response shaped by how your mind protects its inner stillness. Many people who dislike crowded places describe an immediate tightening inside, as though the world has moved too close without asking permission. It can feel confusing when others seem energized by crowds while your own system quietly searches for escape. You may notice your thoughts speeding up as voices overlap and footsteps multiply around you. At the same time, there is often a subtle wish to disappear rather than be seen or evaluated. Crowded environments can feel like standing in water while too many pebbles strike the surface at once. Each sound, movement, and glance adds another ripple that never quite settles. Your mind may struggle to locate a single point of rest amid the constant motion. This can create tension not because you fear people, but because your senses are working overtime. In those moments, relief often comes only when space returns and the water grows still again. What feels overwhelming is not the crowd itself, but the flood of unfiltered stimulation. The human brain is constantly measuring safety through distance, predictability, and control. Crowds naturally reduce all three at the same time. When personal space narrows, the nervous system becomes more alert. When movement is unpredictable, attention stays locked outward instead of settling inward. When exits feel unclear, the body prepares for threat even if none is visible. For some people, this process happens faster and more intensely. Past experiences can quietly teach the brain to associate crowds with discomfort or loss of control. Even small moments of feeling trapped or overwhelmed can leave lasting impressions. Over time, the mind learns to anticipate the flood before it arrives. This anticipation alone can heighten tension the moment a space begins to fill. None of this requires conscious fear or deliberate thought. It unfolds automatically, like ripples spreading before you notice the stone has fallen. Understanding this response can soften the harsh self-judgment many people carry. Discomfort in crowds does not mean something is wrong with your personality. It often reflects a nervous system finely tuned to subtle changes in environment. Such sensitivity can feel heavy in busy spaces, yet it also carries depth and awareness. The same mind that struggles in crowds often perceives nuance, emotion, and atmosphere with clarity. What feels like overload is sometimes the cost of deep perception. Recognizing this can bring a quiet sense of relief. Relief comes from knowing the tension has a reason, even if it feels inconvenient. The crowded world does not demand that you become harder or less sensitive. It simply reveals how carefully your inner calm is guarded. In that understanding, self-acceptance begins to replace self-criticism. Space becomes not an avoidance, but a form of restoration. And calm returns when the water is finally allowed to settle again.